Hi, it's Brandon from ThirstGym.com. Today we're talking about an exercise called the TRX Spiderman Push Up. This is a great exercise and progression on your standard push up. We're going to get some extra abdominal work, but we're also going to continue to build the upper body. I really like this exercise for a lot of my overhead athletes. The reason being, one, it's challenging on the abdominals and the upper body as we mentioned, but the scapulas are also free to move. So if we need to reach overhead or throw overhead, we want to make sure that scapula can still come around the rib cage, and this allows us to do that. Now, the great thing about the TRX straps is they're pretty adjustable. They work great, and they've also got the foot straps, and I think that's ideal. You can use other systems, but we just like to use the TRX. So what we're going to do, make sure I have some space here. I'm going to get on the ground. I'm going to get both of my feet in the TRX. So I'm going to put one foot in, other foot in, and then kind of rotate around here. Then what I want to do, just make sure that my feet are right underneath me. I'm going to get up in a push-up position here. So obviously you want to make sure your athletes can do a push-up. I also like to make sure I can get to my knees from this position. That way if I need to move around a little bit, I can. But knees can't touch. My feet hooks probably need to come a little bit lower. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to get in that push-up position here. I'm going to hold a good quality plank. As I go down, doesn't matter which knee I start with, as I go down, I'm bringing one knee up towards my elbow, and then I'm going to push up, and then my foot's going to return back to the start position. So we're going to go from here, down, back up, down, and alternate back and forth. Until you get the desired number of reps or you hit failure. It looks pretty simple, but I can promise you I'm feeling a lot more abdominals from that than I would like a standard push-up or some other different upper body variations. So again, like this for overhead athletes for the reasons that I mentioned. When it comes to the programming piece on this, I usually want to make sure that my athletes can do several push-ups that are good quality, clean reps before I give them an exercise like this, clearly since it's an advanced push-up progression. But I also make sure that we can benefit from this from a seasonality perspective and not get super sore. So really I like my athletes to be able to probably do 20 or less push-ups, and then on the low side they can do a good quality 8 to 10 like I mentioned. Then when they do this, one, with their upper body, getting some free abdominal work, they're going to fall in that 10 to 20 range. If you really want to be specific, you can give somebody 4 or 5 reps per side. We can add some chains on their back to make it a little bit more challenging in terms of holding some weight. So there's definitely ways to progress it, but for the most part I stick with it as a body weight exercise, and I use it a lot in season to continue to challenge my baseball, softball, volleyball players in season because there's been so much time overhead. But that's the TRX Spiderman push-up. You got any questions about this particular exercise, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks, have a great day.